Pause for a second and look at me. Okay. So, why are you upset?
I'm upset because I soiled myself.
Okay. So, Dad, one of the issues we haven't really talked about because it's just a hard topic. One of the things when people have FTD or have some of these diseases is they start losing control of like their bowels and stuff like that. And it's normal. But Dad is having a hard time because he thinks it's his fault, and it's not his fault.
I know.
It's not your fault. And you have tools that we can use. And stuff. So
I'm going to tell my wife about it when I get home.
You have to, because listen to your friend out there. She just said she has issues, and she doesn't have FTD, but she has traumatic brain injury. You know what that means? It just sometimes the brain is no longer talking down there. Right. And stuff. And I think
you know what? I'm walking down the street gingerly.
Yeah.
I didn't feel it even happened.
Right. It just...
And when I took my
underwear
down...
Yep.
I had a surprise.
Yep. And
that shouldn't have been.
But it is. And you know what? It's something you could clean up.
I know it's something you can clean up.
And...
I accept it for what it is.
And you know what, Dad? When you go to the store, that is why there is a whole aisle now of disposable underwear for adults, because everybody out there at some point in their life are going to deal with that and stuff. It's okay. So I want to see that chipper self come back, because it's don't cry over spilled milk.
I'm not going to.
Well, spilled.
I am right now,
but don't, because it's not worth it and stuff like that. So what are we getting ready to do, though? What, on a happy note, what are we doing? We're going to
make peanut butter jelly sandwiches.
So Dad's packing his lunches for a week. I help him with his lunches.
How many?
You are going to do one for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So 3 sandwiches for the week. So we are going to sign off. But that was one of the hard topics that we haven't ever talked about, because, you know, Dad tries to always focus on the positive. But unfortunately, that's part of the life too, and people do need to know it happens. So I hope you're not upset for me about doing that. I just thought we would do a quick plug while you were showing the raw emotion.
Right.
All right, we're going to tune off. What was it? I didn't hear you. What did you say?
I said I'm very lucky to have you as my other person.
Aw, I feel special, Dad, and I love you. And you know what? We're in this together. You know that. We're in this together as a team. I don't ever want you to feel like, you know, you're a burden or whatever.
No, I don't feel lonely because, like I said, I can talk to my wife all the time, but I don't always.
I know. I'm your special person. Me and you are just cool like that. We're like besties. Yeah, let's end on a positive note. What did you just pack? Well, before you put those in, what's your typical lunch like? What do you have? What did you just make?
I just made peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Okay, what else do you... Well, and then leave those on the counter. Let's show everybody else. What else do you like eating in your lunch? What are those? He gets a pack of cookies.
Right.
You don't have to take them all out. Just take one of each out. What's your favorite thing in that bag that I accidentally bought you? What is it?
It's squeezable applesauce.
I accidentally bought it instead of the cup ones, and now he's like hooked on it. And then what else do you get in that goodie bag? You pack, what is that?
Crackers.
And then you have something.
And pudding.
So that is Dad's routine, daily routine lunch and stuff. Dad's very routine. Are you a routine person?
Yes, I like this lunch a lot.
Yeah.
I had pizza I was looking at pizza, and I said, no, I got peanut butter and jelly and all this.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Are you calmed down now? Are you in a better mood?
I am in better mood, but I'm just a little disappointed with myself.
Yeah.
I'm out of control, that's all.
Yeah. Why were you so upset? What did you say when we got off camera? What scares you because of that? What did you think was going to happen?
I thought I had an accident.
Well, you did, but that's not what I was saying. Like, you kind of were sad because
I was depressed.
You got depressed? Yeah. Why were you depressed? What, in your mind, what does that mean to you?
That means I have to go away.
Where would you go away?
I would have to go to a home.
I don't think 1 or 2 accidents is going to do that, though.
No.
And stuff. So Dad just gets discouraged and sometimes doesn't realize that the disease causes something. He thinks he still has control, and it's sometimes heartbreaking.
This is beyond my control. I was just walking normal.
Yeah.
And when I got here to use the bathroom,
Yeah.
pardon me, I didn't mean to bring this up.
Yeah.
But when I went to use the bathroom, I found my underwear striped.
Yeah.
And that shouldn't have been because I didn't feel it coming.
Yeah, and it just, unfortunately, it's part. But we're going to end on a better note and stuff. Everybody, thanks for always watching, and know you're not alone in your own journey and stuff. If you guys have questions, Dad would like to hear questions because he'll help answer and share, what we've gone through. And maybe it's something we've already dealt with and stuff. All right, we're going to say bye again.
Goodbye. Peace.
Love.
Love.
And rock.
Rock and roll.
Yeah.